얼마면 됩니까? 우리
손 선생.
아예 사버리고 싶은데.
아니 같은 영업사 뭐 월급 뻔히 나와 있는 걸 저는 얼마 안 해요. 저는
반도체 시험 규격
그거만 알면 됩니다.
진짜? 아 그게
손 선생.
보다 더 중요해요? 에이 세상에
손 선생.
싫어하는 새끼 있으면 나와보라 그래요.
(150A) 7.1T죠. 보통 반도체 시험 규격에 대해서 안내를 드리면 시험 시간은 보통 1시간. 이게 포인트죠. 허용하는 갭이 평균적으로 한 3mm, 4mm 정도입니다. 물론 조금 시험 치는 감리나 이런 거에 따라서 아니면 뭐 시험 치는 업체나 이런 거에 따라 조금 달라질 수는 있다는 거 조금 알고 계시고. 그래서 우선 5번 용접하는 게 이제 스탠다드이기 때문에 5번 용접하는 걸 기준으로 조금 설명을 드리면, 우선에 이제 갭 같은 경우는 5번 용접할 때 스탠다드 갭으로 보통 여유있게 한 3.5에서 4mm 정도 이렇게 갭을 벌리시면 되고,
You wanna ride on my wave just because it's fun. You wanna be in my space, too close to the sun. Don't seem to care if it's safe. Well, that makes two of us. I'm so insane, and you like it. But you haven't seen anything yet. Now you're just beginning your trip to regrets. You might think you know me, but soon you forget. I'm too insane, and you know it. You got to learn to like me again and again, 'cause I will make you love me again and again. Just when you think you love me, you'll think again, 'cause I will make you hate me again and again. I'll say I'm fine when I'm not, just to mess you up. I won't be home when you want, and I won't pick up. You'll spend your time with your watch, counting down the clock. You'll go insane, and I like it. But you haven't seen all of me yet. Now I'm just beginning your work in progress. You might think you know me, but soon you forget. I'm too insane, and you know it. You got to learn to like me again and again, 'cause I will make you love me again and again. Just when you think you love me, you'll think again, 'cause I will make you hate me again and again. Again and again. Again and again. You wanna ride on my wave just because it's fun. You wanna be in my space, too close to the sun. Don't seem to care if it's safe. Well, that makes two of us. I'm so insane, and you like it. You got to learn to like me again and again, 'cause I will make you love me again and again. Just when you think you love me, you'll think again, 'cause I will make you hate me again and again. You got to learn to like me again and again, 'cause I will make you love me again and again. Just when you think you love me, you'll think again, 'cause I will make you hate me again and again. Again and again. Again and again. Again and again. Again and again.
I bet you think that I should calm down, and that I'm overthinking everything about you, and that we're good the way we are. But I don't know that much about you, what things you like and what you don't. It's not that long since I met with you for the first time. You know we should work it out. You know we should work it out. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you let me down? I know I'm feeling something for you. The way you look, the way you laugh, and how you move. It kinda makes me go crazy. But we should take it slow, work things out so you don't let me go. When I come real close, I don't wanna get hurt, 'cause I'm not ready to give you my heart yet. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you let me down? Before I'm too invested, we should take it easy. Maybe we could test this and work out our feelings. Baby, will I love you? Tell me, do you want me? And will you let me down? Yeah. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. 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 Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you let me down? Before I'm too invested, we should take it easy. Maybe we could test this and work out our feelings. Baby, will I love you? Tell me, do you want me? And will you let me down?
Now we've been through a lot, holding hands while screaming at each other. And I don't know how to stop, but I still love you like I do. It breaks my heart, no text, no calls from you. Without you, worth the time. Run away with me, I'll make you feel alright. Run away with me, and I'll be good this time around. I'll be good this time. I'll be good this time. I'll be good this time. Run away with me, come home with me tonight. Run away with me, it'll be worth the time. Run away with me, I make you feel alright. Run away with me, and I'll make good this time around.
It's so easy to see that you're in love with me. Carve your name next to mine on that big oak tree. That's how you want it to be. You bring me things from the store and put it at my front door. I've lost count of the times this have happened before. Not that I'm keeping score, 'cause I do the same for you, just like I'm supposed to do. I'm yours.